1,000 singers under one roof doing one song. Phenomenal. Because if you've tried to bring together two people or three people just to sing a song and you give them parts, you know how tough it is, right? We're joined this morning by, well, the man who envisioned this and was able to bring it to life together with 999 people, I guess. We have Emre Matthew joining us as a music composer and is right here with us in our Lagos studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, how were you able to get 1,000 people together?
Well, I did have an incredible team. Apart from my personal effort, I had a team of people handling PR and reaching out to the singers as well. So the people we brought on first, they loved the idea and they invited other people they knew.
So was it 1,000 and you, or 999 and you? I'm sorry, I just had to get that out of my head.
It's 1,000 and me.
So it's not 1,000, it's 1,001.
Yeah.
Amazing. And so a lot of people see the finished products. That's what we just watched, right? And they're like, okay, no big deal. But now seeing what happened before, how long did it take you to rehearse? How long did it take you to just get the lines? What kind of resources went into this?
Okay, so in terms of the rehearsals, we started rehearsals about July and we recorded in October. That was about 3 months of rehearsals. Rehearsals almost every weekend with a few weekends off for them to have some break. So that's 3 months of rehearsals. Planning started about 2 months before then. We started recruiting the team that would handle production, sound, and PR, and the team that will work with me in persons of Victus, Martins, Manuela, and a few other persons. Then, yes, we started working straight on.
Okay, so yeah, I'm sure you've gotten this over and over again, but I'm going to ask it yet again. What's the motivation behind getting 1,000 singers under one roof? What did you hope to achieve?
Okay, so I hope to achieve two things, basically, plus more, but two things. One is that unity, because the singers are not from one denomination, although most of them are predominantly Catholic, because that's where I am. That's where most of the singers I know, but it was open to people from all sorts of denominations. So the Anglicans, Methodists, Pentecostals that performed with us. So one thing I hope to achieve was that unity, that when we worship in our various churches is the same God that we worship. So the denomination should not create a divide, and we should be able to come together to do something. That's one. And second thing I wanted to achieve is an elevated quality of performance in our choral space. I want to do more in Nigerian and African choral music space to show that we can do more than we are doing now, and then there's value in it.
So how are you going to sustain this? Is this a one-off thing? And you know, the objective is lofty, you know, elevated choral performance, but in the long term, are you going to go back to your small group kind of you know, music ministration or performance, as the case may be, or you intend to sustain this?
Okay, so I do intend to have more projects of a similar nature. It's not a standing group, but it is a project that is now alive and it's going to take a life of its own. So I definitely plan to put together subsequent renditions and projects like this.
Of 1,000 singers.
Yes.
So what's the feedback that you've gotten from this so far?
So everybody that has reached out to me and reached out to people in that were involved in the project, they are always like, wow, beautiful. It's some would say that it brought tears to their eyes, and I just bless God and I thank God that it has been a huge success and it has touched so many people.
Beautiful. I see that everyone's wearing a blue or shade of blue. Did you have to provide that? I'm looking at the budget now. What did it look like?
Okay, I would not give specific figures, But of course, it's running millions, and that's thanks to a lot of our donors and sponsors and supporters. I'm super grateful to them. They came through. It was not a small budget.
Certainly, I can see that, and I must say that it also brings together people from different ethnicities,
Of course.
different political beliefs, and it speaks to the power of unity, what we can do together. I think it's something we say a lot, but seeing 1,000 people singing, I didn't hear anybody go off key. I don't know if you did post-production. So it's beautiful to see that people can come together and still achieve one purpose, right? So maybe next time do 10,000. Because the title of the song is what? 10,000 reasons.
Reasons,
So
right.
maybe the song you now sing is 100,000 since you had...
That was brilliant. That was
But
brilliant.
would you want to maybe expand this to 10,000 people?
By the grace of God, if possible, I would have 20,000 if I can.
I don't know how you're going to achieve that, but did you audition all of these people? And what's the eligibility criteria, by the way, if I may ask? Should you be able to sing very well, or should you just have a passable voice?
Okay, so for this project, I don't know if it goes with the same for subsequent projects, but for this project, we did not audition them because we sort of had trust in the circle of singers that we were reaching out to. So you just need to have a passable voice and a little bit of experience with some sort of singing group, especially, and we would train you.
I.e.,
the rest.
Bukola can be a part.
Of course, you two can be part.
Oh wow, that was straight bullet. Okay. Maybe eventually you would help us see how you coordinate. Maybe we'll do a sample of that song as we wind down on the conversation on the show. But speak to us also about what kind of opportunities are in this space. I don't know what value people give to live gospel choral performance and how viable it is as well. You know, a lot of times we see things that are religious gospel and say, it's not for profit, you don't charge. And for the people who are people like you, the musicians, the singers, they need to pay bills, right? I don't know if it's you go to the market and say, well, I belong to gospel choir, so don't charge me. You have, so how lucrative is it? How sustainable is it for people like you and others? Do you get money? Do you make money, good money from it?
Okay, to be honest, I'm just coming out personally into this space, but I do know that yes, it is possible to make money. I'm looking into that, but that is not my primary purpose for this project. I do have other projects I write music in.
So this has been 100% altruism. You don't intend to, recoup what you have invested in this assembly of singers.
So that's, like I said, it's not really the intention, but of course I would try to do that.
But the YouTube views will bring in the money, right?
By the grace of God.
Eventually. And I see that you have already about 62,000 views on your YouTube channel.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and counting.
Yes.
Good. So let's do our audition, because I've been looking forward to this. So what do you look out for? Imagine you were to audition us now for 1,000, this 1,000 choir. What are the things you look out for? How do you, conduct the interview audition?
So on the surface, we'll look out for your just how you sing, like how expressively you sing. Then
That is clearing his voice.
look at the tone of your voice, and then how well you can stay on key, your ability to stay on key.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try it. So how does it work? Maybe it's the ladies first. Start with Bukola.
Okay. I mean, so how I would typically different people. Oh yeah, we also do check for range, like
Right.
your pitch range, so that we can place you in.
So let's
the
run
appropriate
an
parts,
audition.
yeah.
Good afternoon. My name is Khalid. This is Bukola. We're
Alright.
here for the audition.
Alright.
Yeah.
So sing for us
Any song?
any song of your choice.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Do I continue?
Awesome. I just have a bit of information from that.
Oh, I hope I don't go off key with this one. Kinda, you put me on the spot. Okay, I'm just recovering, so pardon my voice.
Of course.
She sings well, by the way, but go ahead.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Oh, awesome. So, as to whether or not you will be part of this, certainly, yeah.
We made it, Bukola.
Okay.
We made it.
Yeah, we did, right?
Yeah. So I sense you are sort of a baritone,
Right.
although a proper range check would determine.
How do I check for my range?
So we would play a number of pitches that you would replicate. So we'll tell how deep you can go and how high you can go, and the quality of your voice in the different ranges. That would determine your part. I can't tell for you, but as to whether or not you will be part, certainly.
Oh, I'm encouraged. There's hope.
I love the fact that you're walking us through the rudiments. A lot of people want to go into music and you just assume that I can sing without first knowing. And if you check, you see that singers, at least in other climes, you can see their range. You can see what range they have, the vocal tone or texture. All those things are recorded. It's part of their profile. But thank you once again for reminding us. And for the audition, by the way, this was not, we didn't fix it, you see, we didn't induce him. It was based on merit. We have to thank you so much, Emre Matthew, music composer, for bringing together 1,000 singers, and we look forward to you doing great things.
Thank you. It was a great honor to be here today.
Thank you so much. We'll take a moment now. That was our 2 seconds of fame. But we're back with more of the show. Stay with us.